Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor for a special late night show. It's 7 minutes before the markets open. I don't do shows on a Saturday or Sunday, but recently, as we celebrate and get close to our 100,000 subscribers, I have been coming on doing extra shows with the permission of Mrs. Lucas. She's not too happy, but I'll have to make up for it at some point. But the reason for being here now is because I've been heavily investing. As you can see, we've now got 225,000 in the main account with the brokerage, 268 in total with everything together. We are now over $360,000, so over $350,000 now. And remember, I started with just $5,000, and I've never done any options or any shorts. I don't believe in any of that. I just buy and hold and buy with macro dips. That's it, when there are significant overselling. Now we've got 5.5 minutes before the markets open, and I'm going to give you my strategy of what we're going to do. So if we look here, we can see the futures. This is the futures here. This gives us an indication of how the markets might open up. They are pretty flat at the moment, up 0.02. So this is the S&P futures. It's up very slightly. So the market, the S&P, isn't going to open up very much at all. That gives us an indication. We're looking, then we can look at the VIX. The VIX has been falling. That hasn't opened up yet. That will open up in the next 5 minutes. Expect that to be slightly up or sort of trending up because the futures isn't doing much. So that gives us an indication of volatility. But it's not a guide. People use it as a sort of a sell or a buy zone. It isn't. It's not intended for that. But also, I've been buying a lot of crypto recently. Now, 3 weeks ago, I wasn't in crypto at all. Remember, I'm a value investor. I come into the market when I see greater potential and undervalue. That's it. Simple. Now, you can't value most crypto. Recently, I've been able to value Ethereum because I've spoken to enough people knowing that's going to be used on the New York Stock Exchange. Tom Lee's been loading up with it. Robin Hood have silently been loading up with it. I gave you some indication of that because of the sweepstake they're doing, and the brokerage that's being built just down the road from me is confirmed. I've spoken to the people that are involved with that tokenization and that brokerage is being all built around the Ethereum network. So from no crypto at all 3 weeks ago, I've now got over $60,000 in 3 weeks of crypto. So I have got Bitcoin. I've got Bitcoin, and you can see that I've got 13,500 of Bitcoin. I'm up on it. So I entered it near the top. Doesn't matter to me about the price. It's about where it's going. So I can buy it now. So I bought Bitcoin at the top and I'm already up on it. XRP, I bought this just to give away to you as giveaways. And I'm up on it, 9,301. I've got 161 profit there. That is just bought to give to you. Ethereum, I bought Ethereum and I've got $5,000 there and I'm up 21 bucks on that. I bought that near all-time highs. I don't care because now I'm looking at the future value, not the price. I've also got the ETFs as well. So we've got IBIT. Got $15,000 of Bitcoin. I'm up on that one, $417. And if I go to the Ethereum BlackRock account, that one is 7,500, and that is up 672. All of this in just the last couple of weeks. Then we go over to the Roth IRA. So there's the total crypto, plus I've just shown you the ETFs, but we'll now go into the IRA. Now in the IRA, I've got some exposure to crypto as well. You can't buy, of course, crypto, but I do have IBIT, soon to buy the Ethereum and the XRP to take this to $100,000. That's now 5,900, and I'm up on that. So I'm up on every single position at the moment, even though I bought it at an all-time high. I don't mind doing that when I know there's future value. So 1.5 minutes to go. I'm expecting to be up maybe somewhere in the region of maybe $800-900, because my Bitcoin and my Ethereum ETFs will open up, and they should give me a profit. So you could see this go up to maybe $600, $700, $800 up. Now then, my strategy is unlike most. If you can see here, I've done 45 trades, 44 wins, and I wouldn't have lost that time. I did it as a demonstration to you to show you not what to do. So technically, I've never lost since I reformatted my portfolio. Spent the first 2.5 years learning my craft, if you like, as an investor, trader. Now, I'm a long-term investor. I only buy things that are undervalued and see future potential. I'm not trying to beat the market or even time the market. However, I do very often time the market by buying with tax lots, ultimately finding the bottom and then trending and selling up on the way up. I was doing that on Friday. I sold about $50,000 of the S&P at the higher prices, keeping the bottom prices, allowing me to take more risk. So what I'm trying to do is unlike what most do. Most are trying to time the market using charts and finding the buy zones, the sell zones. I'm not interested. I'm interested in talking to people that work at the projects, work in the businesses, finding what the story is with the future value. And then I go all in. And then I buy and I hold. I'm not interested in trying to time this market, guess when it's going to peak and then try and sell it. I'm focusing on just going to work, earning money, and being able to buy the next round. The market opens now in 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm not going to ring the bell too much. It is late in the evening. There you go. There was my prediction. I told you I'd be up $600. I was $36 out. Well, actually, when it opened, I was $2 out. So that was my guess. I was right again. And sorry for the trolls, but there you go. I said it would be 600. I said about $600. It was 602. So I was $2 out. It's now going up even higher. So it could rally to as much as $800. Don't see it going any further than that because the futures aren't looking too good. So this is a good start to the day. Very, very nice indeed. Now, there are many who will be looking at selling this now, taking profit. I'm not interested in doing that. It can sell off. You can sell it all you want. I'll just buy it from you. I'm not interested if it goes down. I won't be selling it. I'll just be acquiring more. Now, one of my strategies is to use tax lots. So I buy more when I get too much overexposure, when I get too much margin, I simply then start selling on the way up. But that's selling for washes. That's not selling for profit. That's not timing the market. That's not selling for losses. That's just selling at the higher prices and keeping the ones at the lower prices. That is my strategy. So anyway, I think you could be quite happy with that estimate. I said $600. It was 602. Not bad, eh? I was $2 out. So anyway, tap the like button if you like this late night Sunday show. I'm only going to be here for another few minutes, and then I've got to go back and settle down in the evening, watch a nice movie with a cup of tea. And please do click subscribe and ring the bell. Now then, tomorrow morning, we've got the breakfast show with Sensei, and then we've got the opening bell with me. I'm expecting a bit of a sell in the morning, and I hope to buy some more Ethereum on my Roth IRA. I'm going to buy I'm going to look to acquire the ETF. And take my portfolio up, my crypto exposure up to about $100,000. And then I've got all the crypto I need. And then what I'll do is I'll spend the remainder of the decade, because remember, my plan is to the end of the decade to get to $1 million. I will bring my portfolio step by step into balance by adding more of the S&P, because my perfect strategy is 4% in crypto. Well, now I'm getting somewhere in the region of 20-25%. It's way too hot. But that's okay, because I can see great growth in XRP, great growth in the in Bitcoin and Ethereum. But I don't want that balance forever, so I'm going to start adding more the S&P 500 to bring the whole thing into balance over time. Okay, so there is my my thoughts on tonight. So I hope you've all tapped the like button. I will go now to comments and questions, and let's see who we've got. Let's have a look, see if we got in here. So, absolutely, Raiden, gold star on your time card today. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, I'll soon be here. Fleetwood Mac, oh yeah. Futures are coming. Need an Ethereum mug? Yes, indeed. Already Monday in the Netherlands, but present. Nice to have you here. Let's ETH up the XRP. Hello, Saab. Sensei's in the chat to answer questions. Good evening, everybody. Yo, guys. How are you? Alex, it's lovely to have you here. Late for you in the UK. Nicola, one of our 13% of ladies. We have the highest engagement percentage of ladies who watch our show. Most crypto channels are around about 1%. We have over 13. I'm predicting MicroStrategy to 420. Good luck, Zach. Thank you, Mr. Lucas. You're welcome. Alex in the house. Yes, sir. Couldn't sleep. It's wonderful to have you here. What do you think about XRP this week? I don't know. I can't tell you what's going to happen this week. I don't really care because I expect it to go to $10. Will it be week after next? I don't really mind. But I am owning it. I've got plenty of it. Mainly to give away to you in prizes. What do you think about XRP? Oh, I just said that one. Good evening from DFW. Good evening. Another one of our ladies, 1970, A. Buckley. Evening, Sensei. Lovely to have Sensei here. Hello there, Mark Saxby. Good evening. Thank you for doing a show this evening, Martin. Really appreciate it. You're very, very welcome. It's my absolute pleasure. I will go through all the stocks once I've covered all the questions. How is the family today? There's Saab. Wonderful to have Saab in the house. Hey there, Saab. We got all the old guard here tonight. I'm loving it. Saab, thank you. Oh, got a super chat as well. Did that come on the screen? Let me do that. No, it didn't. I had the alerts turned off. Let me replay. When someone gives me a super chat, you have to play it. All right. So let me just do that. A recent events. Come on, refresh. Come on, you bad boy. Why aren't you refreshing? There you go. Let me just play William's super chat. Thank you. I missed it. There it goes. That's better.
At William Myers 333 donated $5 through a super chat. Really appreciate you doing this evening. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. It's wonderful to be here with all the family. We're now coming. We're just about to hit 95,000, which is our countdown then to 100,000. As we go over that 95, it starts to count down really quickly. We appreciate you, Mrs. Lucas. Behind every good man is an exceptional woman. Behind every good man is a better woman, always. Martin's dedication to community is second to none. Thank you to both. Raiden, you're very, very welcome. I've got some really important stuff to share with you before I go as well. Alex, locked and loud. Lovely to have you here, Zach. We're all dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Derek, I don't know who Derek is. You said 600, 700. No, I didn't. What the nonsense? You're just making that up. Patience is key. Also, when are you giving this all away? I don't buy it. Okay, we got one of our trolls in. I know who this is because we have. In fact, I'm not going to tell you what technology I deploy, but I know who this is. It's our usual friends. Saab, you got it, buddy. You can believe what you like, but you could even win it. I certainly wish you the very, very best. I don't wish anyone any ill will, but anyone can win, including you. But there you go. I doubt if you will because you probably haven't taken part in anything. Derek, you're not going to have to worry about that, bud. No, you're not. He doesn't have to worry because he won't be taking part. I can guarantee you that. Ha, ha, ha. Funny how everyone is shilling Ethereum and Tom Lee announced his Ethereum-backed treasure. Well, actually, to be clear, I was doing that before and I announced it before he told you what he was doing because I had inside information from a press room White House source, from the local brokerage that's setting up in Dallas, from the New York Stock Exchange, some fund managers, and Bank of America and Robinhood. So it got nothing to do with Tom Lee. I was before Tom Lee announced it on CNBC. And on his own Fundstrat show. Checking in, hello, how you doing? With the crypto growth compared to S&P, you won't be able to add enough S&P to adjust over. Yes, I will. Absolutely, I will, because the rate of my growth on YouTube is nearly doubling every month. The rate of my growth on YouTube is doubling every month. I will. And I'm working hard. I'm doing 14-hour days now. XRP, eating from the UK. It's 1 a.m. here. It is indeed. Thank you for being here. Brian, I've got some news before I go. I just want to get through all the comments. Sorry, Martin and family, I logged in late. Please rewind to the beginning. Very important news tonight. Hey, up there, Vaz is here. We've got a big show from Vaz tomorrow. Most of you have missed it, and I'm going to tell you about that in a second. Preparing tomorrow, off now to bed. Sleep well, Vaz. Love to you and your loved ones. Let the actions talk. Sensei, very busy to make money. Full party. Yes, you did. All right, Derek, I'm not going to argue with you. You're talking bloody nonsense. No one else heard that. Yeah, thank you, Leah, for so much. Always, Martin, do this today. I know everyone in his family appreciates it. Yeah. Go and replay your own stream. Okay. All right, enough of you. In fact, I'm done with you now. Can we just delete this idiot? We know who it is. It's always the same couple of people. Yeah, he's hidden now. That's the end of that. Let's respect the chat. Yeah, he's gone. I'm hoping Trump comes through the... yes, I believe that... Oh, of course, Tilray. I said to you, Tilray would open up. Let me have a look at the screen. This is where Tilray was. This should now... it won't... It might not be on the 24-hour... It might not be on the 24-hour trading, Robinhood. I'm expecting this to open up. Let me have a quick look. No, it hasn't opened up. This hasn't opened up. This will probably be up 10% in the morning because Trump has announced that he's going to reschedule. He hasn't confirmed it, but he's got a desire to. And I think you'll wake up tomorrow morning and Tilray will be up 10%. Now, it doesn't trade overnight on Robinhood, so you can't do nothing about it. And when it opens up, it's opened up. You might be able... to put an order in and do a stop trail order, which would be wise. Where you can, I would set like a 10 cents. No, yes, a 10 cents stop trail order. So as it runs up, you can take advantage of that, but you won't be able to use any of that strategy until the bell goes at 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central. But I will look at it with you in the morning. But this could open up 10%. Let's see if I'm right. I know I'm going to be right, but let's see. All right. I expect that to be up 10%. Now, what did I also say? I said I would open up at $600. It was 602. And I said it would sell back down. See it? There it is. It popped up a little bit and now it's trimming back down again. I should not be chasing this or anything like it. Wow, this is a late show and all the legends are here. Boom. I'm not a troll. I promise. You certainly are not, Andrew. Oh, you're not a member anymore. We've lost your membership. Now, I'm going to talk about that in a second. Archer looking bullish with earnings tomorrow. Very bullish indeed with a defense deal. Right, okay. I've got to wrap this up, so I'm going to give you some very important information. I am preparing to do a very special full production movie style live stream on how you should own Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. Is it an ETF? Or is it the coin? Which is best? Well, my answer is going to surprise you because I've been going backwards and forwards on this information over the weekend, digging deeper, looking at all the different things, all the different experiences that I'm having. I've done all the calculations, and I think you might be surprised by my answers. So that's coming up soon. Should you own the coin or the ETF? Now, remember, we've got the ETF scheduled for September or October. It could come earlier for XRP. There's a very good chance it could come earlier. There'll be no IPO. There'll just be an announcement, and I'll buy it instantly. Instantly, I shall buy that. And of course, it will pop and then sell off again, but I don't care. I want to be in it when it opens, and I will be buying that the moment it does. I will tell you that now. So, a couple of things to look out for. Sensei will be live in the morning. A very important show, I think. Sensei, you're here. Look at Tilray. I'm expecting 10%. See if it is up 10%. Also in the newsletter, I don't know if it's tomorrow or not, if Sensei's got it out, but on Friday, it was 15 years to the day when I released my first album that I recorded at the Sawmills, where George Michael and Oasis have recorded their music. And it's a very exclusive place. You can't book book there. You have to be invited to record there. And I was able to record my album, my very first album, and it was 15 years on Friday. And I think Sensei might mention it in the newsletter. If he does, please go and check out the music. I sound a bit different 15 years ago, but it was an honor to record in the Sawmills, a little island off the river down in Cornwall. It was beautiful. I had a wonderful weekend there with some wonderful people. So anyway, go and check that out. All right, I'm going to wrap this up with two things to tell you about. I hope you've all tapped the like button, and I hope you've all subscribed. We're just going to run through the charts quickly and tell you about two events that are happening for you in the morning. So first of all, in the morning, after Sensei, I'll be live with my breakfast show, and I'll be looking at all the things I mentioned. But straight after that, we have a members-only exclusive event. You asked for Jefferson Boots back on the show. Jefferson Boots is a CEO of a private company, and he tells me that they are literally now about to go public. Now, he's been saying this for a while. It's been over a year. People have been having to wait, and they want to know what's going on. So Jeff is on the show tomorrow. Now, if you are an investor, serious investor, and you like your crypto and your gold and all this stuff, you might find this interesting because you'll be able to talk to a CEO live. Now, it's members only. All of our CEO events are members only. It's only a couple of bucks to become a member, but you will get to know about a company before it goes public. So it's a pre-IPO, if you like. And full disclosure, I have invested in this company myself. I'm not sponsored, just like some of you are. I'm not sponsored. They're not paying me to be on the show. They're not sponsoring me. I'm an investor just like you, bringing you a story. So I thought you might be interested. If you want to become a member, there is the link. Become a member. It's a couple of bucks because you won't see this unless you are a member, and you won't be able to ask questions and call in and talk directly and learn about this business directly from the CEO. Now, straight after that event, we have the day's trading and so on and so forth. But later in the day, we have this. Now, this could be massive. In fact, I've said to Vaz, I think it's going to be our busiest earnings other than Nvidia. I'm expecting 4,000 or 5,000 people. Now, you might say, wow, that's a lot for Archer Aviation, one of your smaller stocks, newer stocks. It's because this has the news to do with defense and Palantir. This could do great, and I'm expecting big things from Vaz tomorrow. So maybe 4,000 or 5,000. It will be the biggest Archer live stream anywhere in the world. No other channel will get close. Maybe they'll have 1,000, maybe 500, but I'm expecting 4,000 and 5,000 tomorrow for Archer Aviation, and it'll be Vaz's biggest show if I'm right, and I expect to be right on that. So join us for that. Now, if you did miss the build up to this, why I'm so excited about this earnings, if you go on to the videos, Vaz did a premiere just a couple of hours ago, and he covered this about the defense and Palantir and all these connections. I think you might find that useful. So there's all the things that are coming up for you tomorrow. It's a great week. We've got a lot lined up for you, more CEOs interviews planned. And lots more earnings. Now then, just a quick show note. We are now adding infinite amount of earnings. Me, Sensei, and Vaz can go live at the same time. We can also do event after event. So tomorrow's highlights, and if you are a member and you do a $5 super chat, you can select an earnings, okay? And I'll do them all. No longer is it 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening. I will do all of your earnings. You will not miss an earnings. I've now got the infrastructure and procedures in place to cover as many earnings as you like. If you want to learn about a company, you want it to trend on Google and YouTube, I shall cover it. So these are the, White House cryptocurrency advisor Bob Hines returns to private industry. That's a news for the morning. Trump to meet in Alaska. Okay, I'll cover that in the morning. But here are some of the big earnings tomorrow. Here are some of the big earnings. These are some I'm recommending tomorrow. If you want me to cover any of these, I can cover all of them with a $5 super chat. Lithium Argentina, Ballard Power Systems, Franco-Nevada Corporation, Perion Network, and Monday.com. These are the ones that we're featuring tomorrow, but you can choose any earnings you like. And then finally, Nvidia has the biggest weight now in the S&P ever. So there are some of the stories we'll be covering on the show. Let me go over now to a rundown of the stocks as we end this off. As you can see, I'm up nearly $1,000 now. That's beating my expectation because the S&P is growing like as expected, but my outperformers are crypto, and I'll show you which ones now. The S&P, there it is, doing a little bit like we expected, up a little bit on the futures, but not much. That's not open yet. Palantir is up 0.64. That's important. I mentioned to you about Archer Aviation, the defense. I'm telling you, it's a good one. You don't want to miss it. Gold is going down. That means people are buying tech. Amazon is flat. Apple is up. Apple's going to all-time highs. That takes the whole S&P up with it. Great, even the delays in Siri, it's not bothered the market. Still a good buy. Coca-Cola defensives going down. J&J is up, but defensives are generally down. Oil is up slightly. Tesla is up 1%. That's good to see. McDonald's is up. Google is up. Tech is up. Microsoft is up, Meta is up, Nvidia is going down into the earnings, but it's going to be a blow-off earnings, expecting $200 now within the next 5 to 6 months. Walmart is slightly up. Tilray, sadly, it's not playing overnight, unfortunately. Robinhood, the Ethereum, they've been buying it all over the weekend. That's why Ethereum is doing so well now. They're not selling this, guys. The clue was in the question about who will, what will outperform, how will Ethereum outperform. It was clearly there for you. There it was. There was the clue. Oh, there's another one. It's been changed now. When will Bitcoin hit 125? They had Ethereum there. If that didn't tell you, I know how these things work. I talked to Robinhood, and I don't mean customer services. I mean the actual people behind Robinhood. And the fact they put that on there, they were telling you they're buying Ethereum. That's why Robinhood is doing so well tonight. All of these fintechs that are holding Ethereum are doing well. Plug, not showing anything. Bitcoin now going to all-time highs. Now, you saw me say today on the show, earlier on today, I put a post out and I said, I went live and the title of my video was, and to show you I'm not making this stuff up, I mean, how could I make this up? How could I make it up this good? Look at this. This is what I said today on my live stream. Look at this. This is what I said today. There's my live stream. I said to you, set for explosive afternoon. I was precise with it. I wasn't telling you like somebody on X making up stuff going, oh, it's going to explode this week, going to go up, whatever. I said it's explosive afternoon. I was very specific about that. And was I right? It's happening right now. So yes, I was right. So let me look at this. Not because I'm smart or I know anything more than anyone else. I'm just talking to the right people, and I know who's buying Bitcoin. I know who's buying Ethereum, and essentially it's all going up. So, and it is. Bitcoin at all-time high. Ethereum now is going, it could 3x. I bought it with the risk factor of a 3x. I don't buy 60 grand worth of crypto to make 10%. That's why I'm not selling it if it goes up and then back down. I'm just owning it. I'm owning Ethereum. I'm owning XRP. I'm owning Bitcoin for multi-X's to $100,000. That's it. All right. So there's my story of the night. I hope you've all enjoyed it. Couple of questions at the end. I'm not surprised anymore, buddy. We got over here on Crypto World. Anything goes now. Let's go. XRP to $8. End of the year. I see $10. It's if you guys think this is a get rich quick, you're thinking wrong. Investing is all about time in the market. Absolutely right. I'm going to finish up with that. It's now time for me to go. What I am doing with margin and the size of my portfolio and the amount of exposure I've taken to crypto, most would regard as high risk. I have to say it is regarded as high risk. Most certainly. Using margin at these levels, yes, it is. But you have to remember, I'm doing things differently to most people. I spent 4 years building a foundation. You cannot make money unless you earn money. You cannot use the stock market as a cash machine. You've got to build your business, whatever it is. It doesn't matter whether you work at McDonald's or you're a billionaire. As long as you earn something, you can get the same percentage gains as me. It doesn't matter how much you have or how little or whatever. It's the same game for everyone. That's the first thing. Build a foundation, build a way to invest. Find ways to invest. Always invest. When you start investing, start by building a foundation. I built a foundation based around the S&P 500. I built a strong foundation where I can borrow money at minimum risk. Very, very important. And I'll show you how minimum that is. If you look at my buying power right now and you look at my risk, low risk, low risk, even though 60,000 in the last 3 weeks alone on on crypto. It's low risk. Why? Because I built a strong foundation, a strong portfolio in the S&P 500. I've still got 80% in the S&P 500. I can afford Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum to triple and then go all the way back down again and not worry. In fact, they can go down 50% and I can buy more. And I do. I don't want to time the top. The S&P, yes, I do time it and buy more. That's different. With crypto, I just want to buy it and own it. I can't guess. I don't know where it's going up to. I don't care how low it goes to. I just know I want to own it and own more of it. So if you sell it and give it away, I'm the man who's going to take it off you. Remember, it's a transference of wealth. When you sell, somebody else buys. It's all there is to it. So I've got to go. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate you all. I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you to Leah who's given me this time. I'm going to disappear. I'm going to end the stream now. It'll take you automatically to Sensei's show. He's just done a show for me. I think you're going to enjoy it. If you've missed that, it'll take you there. In the morning, I'm live, and then we have Jefferson Boots live on the show, our next Meet the CEO series. You don't want to miss it, so make sure you become a member for that. Otherwise, you'll miss out. Is this another all-time high? 269, another all-time high. Wonderful stuff. I think we'll finish on that. There you go. Have a wonderful evening. I wish you all the very best. Be a value investor. Build up your portfolio over time. Focus on earning money. Focus on being efficient. Focus on information. And when you buy something that you chose to buy, why would you dump it when it simply makes you a couple of percent? If you're buying crypto at high risk, you only buy it if you're planning on it making a 3 or 4 or a 10x. Otherwise, why would you even risk it? So why would you sell it when it popped up 10%? I don't understand that. That's it from me. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for tapping the like. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. And that's it for me. I'm out of here. Let me show you my subscribers. We are now at 94,530. 95, we have the countdown to 100,000 subscribers. Have a wonderful evening. Love to you all. Thanks for being here. Be happy and be safe. In the morning, watch Tilray pop up 10%, and I'll be there to cover it live. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other.